Wilt Chamberlain's playing with four of my freshmen against Magic, Bernard King, James Worthy, Byron Scott, and Green.
AC Green.
AC Green. And it's game point. Magic throws a sky hook. Wilt blocks it. Magic calls game. And Wilt says, that wasn't goaltending. That was a clean block. And Magic took the ball. He said, game over, next. And Wilt said, hey, coach, was that goaltending? And I said, no, that was a clean block. Magic says, what do you think he's going to say? They're his kids. And Wilt says, all right, look, we're going to play a game till 12. We'll do it again. Winner stays, and there'll be no more shots made at this basket. He blocked everything. Shot. 43 years old. He was blocking everything. It was unbelievable.
Somebody used to play in those 80s games, who I asked who's the best player you ever played with or against, told me it was about a 50-year-old Wilt Chamberlain at those UCLA pickup games. He was that kind of.
I really can't complain, man. I got about another year or two of eligibility left. If one of you guys want to look for a guy for about 10 or 15 minutes. If you allow me to shoot the technical foul, I'm going to come. Otherwise, I ain't coming.
Hey there, hoop enthusiasts. Welcome back to the Bench Mob, where we bring you guys the juiciest basketball stories from the past and the present. Today, we are diving into the legendary tale that could have rewritten NBA history, the incredible saga of Wilt Chamberlain's serious run at joining the Cleveland Cavaliers. Picture this, it's February 1997, All-Star Weekend in Cleveland. Wilt Chamberlain, a towering icon of the game, basks in the limelight, reminiscing about his awe-inspiring playing days and sharing thoughts about the modern-day NBA.
Oh, wow. All right, does Shaquille O'Neal, did he deserve to be on the NBA's 50 greatest all-time players list?
That's an objective thing by guys, including myself, who voted. I did not vote for Shaquille. I think that maybe he has not put enough time as a professional to be on that list. I don't think he has. Maybe 10 years later, in the 60 year, he may be there. And he's getting better and better and better, but that list is for people that already have accomplished things.
But here's the twist. I stumbled upon a story to the time when Wilt almost came out of retirement to join the Cleveland Cavaliers. Can you believe that? Let's rewind to November 1979. The Cavs, aiming to rebuild at the time, set their sights on the ultimate game changer. Wilt Chamberlain, the 7'1" legend, was all set to return to the NBA, and the Cavs were serious about making this happen. That means Wilt Chamberlain would have teamed up with one of the greatest players of all time in Walt Frazier. But wait, the Cavs weren't the only team vying for Wilt's return. The Bulls, Nets, Knicks, Sixers, Mavericks, Suns, and the Clippers all made a pitch to Wilt Chamberlain. The basketball world was buzzing with anticipation. This is almost as if Michael Jordan wanted to come out of retirement. That's how crazy this was, because at the time, Wilt Chamberlain was arguably the greatest player of all time. Enter Stan Albeck, a key figure in the story. He had a grand plan, convinced Wilt to don the Cavaliers jersey. Albeck had worked with Wilt during his ABA days, and he was the one who initially broached the idea. So, Stan's grand plan. It was Albeck who first broached the idea of attempting to lure Wilt Chamberlain back to the league. The Chicago Bulls and the Phoenix Suns had attempted to do so in previous years, but they came up short. I'll read. It was about 2 or 1.5 months ago. Then Cavaliers general manager Ron Horvath said in November 1979. Player personnel director Jimmy Rogers said, Stan and I were sitting around and Stan says, I'll give you a wild one. Let's go out and let's get Wilt. Well, I looked at him and said, are you nuts? Stan said rumor was that Wilt was in better shape than he had ever been. And obviously we remember Wilt Chamberlain as the famous basketball player, but Wilt Chamberlain, most importantly, the athlete, was absolutely insane. But nevertheless, in casual conversation, he said, he was only interested in playing for a year, and then that kind of killed it. But the subject came up again and again and again, and Nick and his wife Gretchen had lunch with him last Thursday. Wilt agreed to then meet with Stan and me. So we had a long lunch with him. Then we made him a firm offer on the Tuesday. But things got a bit windy in the negotiations, literally. The contract papers ended up being scattered on Wilt's lawn. The team's Hall of Fame radio broadcast announcer in the Cleveland Cavaliers, Joe Tate, said as much. When the Cavs tried to get Wilt a contract, he wasn't home in Bel Air, so they stuck it in the fence by the gate of his real estate. When Wilt got home, he found pages of contract all over his lawn. A big wind came and blew it all over the place. Cavs GM Ron Horvath, a basketball neophyte, was entrusted with responsibility of hand-delivering this contract to Wilt Chamberlain. Nobody was there when Horvath arrived, which this didn't really sit all too well with Wilt. Chamberlain immediately got Outback on the phone, Vesky wrote. "Forget it, little man," he said, using his endearing nickname for Outback. "I can't play for a team that handles its business like this." Outback laminated how the Cavaliers' pursuit of Chamberlain concluded. Wilt Chamberlain would talk about this in many different books. "Coming back would have been great. A fun challenge for me," he wrote. "I would have helped these teams, and I will always wonder, what if?" In the past 15 years, no fewer than half a dozen NBA teams have tried to convince me to come out of retirement and play. I was intrigued from time to time by these offers, not because of the money, just because it would have been the first time a person who was already in the Basketball Hall of Fame came out of retirement to play again. Obviously, all of the people in the Hall of Fame, in fact most of them are dead. So it was a very unique situation. While the Cavaliers waited to hear from Chamberlain in 1979, they kept their hopes up. "I am optimistic Chamberlain will sign," Miildi said. "However, I'm still cautious. I've been here before. Nothing is certain until it's certain." Wilt would then add further to this, saying, "Coming back would have been great. A very fun challenge for me," he wrote. "I had a feeling I would have helped these teams, and I will always wonder, what if?" Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the Bench Mob for more captivating basketball stories that keep the spirit of the game alive. For now, stay bowling, guys, and most importantly, make sure you comment down below if you guys did enjoy this video and leave any thoughts in the comment section down below. But for now, we'll catch you guys next time.